I feel like Eugene is one of the most important people I've ever met in my life. I feel like he's one of the most influential people I've ever been around, had the pleasure of being around, and I'll never forget the lessons I've learned with him. When I think about Eugene, this is one of the first things I heard about Eugene, and this is one of the things I just think about when I just contemplate him as a person. Just the words integrity in the midst of chaos. That was one of the first things that anyone told me about Eugene, and he's repeated that to me many times, and he exemplifies that. It's kind of his persona in a phrase, just integrity through chaos, and I've seen that come through in so many circumstances, musical, personal, just hanging out or just packing up for a show or whatever it is. He has taught me most of all how to maintain integrity through chaos. If you can hold your part when the music around you is going crazy, then you can probably do the same thing in life. And I also feel very grateful to Eugene, his music program here, and the atmosphere that he's created for us at school and in the community through some of my most difficult times. It's given me a reason for a lot of things, a reason for living sometimes. It's given me a purpose and fulfillment and a family and a place to call home.
Well, I feel like he's made a huge impact on my life specifically. I think the biggest influence he's had on me is integrity, you know? Like, he's taught me how to move through everything with integrity, like even the worst possible things, and as frustrated as you could possibly get with whatever life throws at you, you learn how to see that in a positive light and really move through it and consider everything a lesson. You know, that was one of my most valuable things that I've taken away from him also, is just like, you know, whether it's good or bad, it's always a lesson. You're going to look back on it and think, well, thank God that terrible thing happened almost, because now I know how to deal with it. You know, he brings it out within yourself, you know, and then I always trip out because every time we're like, oh, we thank him for something, he's like, oh, you did it yourself. You know, it's like, yeah, we did, but that like almost frustrates me. I'm like, I know I did it myself, but we couldn't have done it without you, really. Like, you instilled that confidence in a way, and so you can encourage yourself. And
he's taught me so much musically, but he's also been there through some very difficult times for all of us, and me. I've had a lot of, like, he's counseled us through times of losing friends and times of amazing tours, and has amazing experiences and all of these opportunities, and I don't think we would have been able to get through what we've been through without Eugene. And particularly losing a friend of ours, his words made us really strong as a group and counseled us and was there as a friend and support as well. And he's just been, makes you believe in yourself, and that's pretty amazing.
There are so many people that have never studied with Eugene or have hardly met him or, you know, never will study with him, but regardless, they're extremely affected through the ripple effect of their relatives or their friends and family studying with Eugene or being a part of the Calypso band. And it's like, everyone talks about how special the music scene here is and how unique it is, and it's really, I think, a huge part of why it is because Eugene has been affecting that scene for 25 years. I mean, I'm one of many people that have all studied with Eugene and then spread that knowledge and that approach of a high level of integrity and representation and putting everything you have into it and just being inspiring to more and more people. So, I mean, he's been affecting it that way for 25 years, and I don't even know what the music scene would be like if that didn't exist.
He's just so committed. He's just so committed to consistently bringing out ways to bring people together and to make good music and to share music and to express yourself. And I guess you could see that in the fact that the Calypso band has been going on for 25 plus years. You could see that in the fact that there's community samba groups sprouting out all over the place. Samba that Eugene went to Brazil to learn and bring back. And there's West African groups that the whole community really thrives. You really see it after like a percussion ensemble show or a calypso show, where like the audience will come out and it's like a baptism. It's like this musical baptism, and it spreads, you know? You feel good and you feel inspired by this music, but you also know that this is the community you come from. It's the community that makes this music, and it takes the people, and you know, you start like noticing that like it's about community, you know, and we all have a part to play in the community, and Eugene brings us back to that idea over and over again.